Queensland with episode number 7 out of my 12 days of Christmas crafting. Now, I am absolutely having such a fun time with these 12 days of crafting. I can tell you it has brought back the joy into my crafting. I am honestly having such a wow of a time. This brand new catalog that is going to be live on the 6th of September is stunning. I am telling you, I am like a kid in a candy store. I'm absolutely having such a wonderful time crafting with all of these awesome new goodies. And I mean, I haven't even scratched the surface of everything that's available in this catalog because I actually limited myself with how many things I purchased, and I was coming to the end of that, but I did actually get an order today. So I'm going to use one new thing out of the order today. And I'm actually going to revisit our Forever Forest bundle again because I feel like I didn't really do it justice the last time I used it. So welcome, everybody. Now, I just have to say, Theo this afternoon beat me into the craft room. When I got in here, he was already in here. I hadn't even attempted to come into the craft room, and he was already on his chair, ready to be crafting with us. This is becoming a habit, isn't it? Say hello to them, Theo. Say hello. So it is becoming a habit, Theo crafting with us, but he's getting into the habit too of jumping in here at 5 p.m. of an afternoon. So hello and welcome. Yes, he's sleeping on the job again, Margaret. I know. He doesn't earn his keep. He really doesn't. He has a lovely time here. I think he just likes to hear the sound of my voice. I think that's what it is. But he's having a ball anyway. So I just wanted to chat with you a little bit about a couple of things that I've got going on at the moment. So one thing is my global craft party. So Rose Ward and myself are getting together once again, to give you a whole 24 hours of inspiration in a private Facebook group, and it costs $75 Australian to actually join. We do have an international offering as well. So for the people that are from outside of the United States and Australia, I actually do have an offering that you can actually be a part of the Facebook group, but you just don't get the product. Now for the $75, you get $65 worth of product. So and we will have lots and lots of fun. We will have challenges. We will have prize giveaways. It will be an awesome event. So that is actually open for registration right now. That is actually happening on September the 24th. So everyone needs to register. If anyone wants to join in, people need to register as soon as they possibly can if they want their product to turn up before the event goes live. It's totally okay if you don't have your product turn up. You can always go back. You will have access to that group until we actually are going to use the group for something else. So it's a really, really fun event. The last time we had it, Rose and I have paired up together quite a few times, and we have a ball. We craft very similar, so it's really, really good. And we just generally have a good time. So what we want to do is get together and showcase as many things. It's a little bit like this 12 days of Christmas, but it'll be 24 hours. It'll be 6 videos. So in one day, 6 videos in one day, which is pretty huge. So 3 from Rose and 3 from myself. But we will be showcasing as many of the Christmas catalog products as we possibly can on that 24-hour day. And you'll have access to the videos to go back. So if you purchase some of the items, you can go back and rewatch the videos and remake our creations that we create in that group. So $75 is the registration. You will see that in the show more box down below, and you'll also see it in the description of this video. If you want to click on that link and register, it will take you straight through to register and pay. So it's really easy and quick to do. It's an online thing, so you don't actually have to physically attend that day, but you will miss out on the fun if you don't attend that day, but you will get access to the videos for quite a while, for probably a good couple of months until the next catalog comes out. So it's a really, really fun event to be a part of. So also too, I have my scrapbooking crop day this Saturday. So this is a fun crafting crafty get together. If you live in the scenic rim and you want to get together with some crafty people, then you want to come and hang out with us on Saturday. It costs $20 to attend, and that $20 gives you tea and coffee and light snacks and the use of any of my dyes, any of my stamps and inks while you're here, under like a library type of system. So you will borrow them, use them, and then bring them back to me. But it's going to be a really, really fun event. So if there's any more people that want to come, then by all means, I'm going to open up my place to anyone that wants to come and hang out. So $20 is fun. It's going to be like from 10 o'clock until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you're not doing anything on Saturday, you don't want to miss this event, I'm telling you. So there'll be people that will be making cards. There will be people that will be scrapbooking. And you never know. There may be people that are doing other crafts as well. I don't know. It's just a crafty get together. So that's what it's all about. So hello and welcome. I can see that quite a few of you are jumping in. So hello. So as I said, I'm going to be crafting today with the Forever Forest, but I also want to craft with the Fragrant Forest stamp. So this is a background stamp, and I'm going to start off with that background stamp because it's a really, really fun stamp to play around with. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of some coloring techniques with this stamp, and we will go from there. So let's get the video down onto the desk so we can see what we're playing with. So as you can see, I've got the Forever Forest bundle, and the Forever Forest bundle has these awesome dies, okay? So it's got these beautiful dies. I didn't use the dies the other day when I actually used this bundle. Oops, sorry, I was out of the screen then. I didn't use these dies the other day when I was using this bundle, but I will be using them today. So we're going to have a little bit of a play around with those today, but we're also going to have a play around with the Fragrant Forest. Oh, it's a tongue twister. Okay, so the Fragrant Forest is, I keep going to say Fragrant Florist. I don't know why. It's just the L wants to come out. Glad to see Theo's got his own chair tonight. Yes, Theo's had his own chair for the last couple of days. All right, so this is just a very, very large background stamp. So I've mounted it up on one of our large blocks just to make it easier and bring it up off the desk. So I've got a couple of color combinations here. I've got Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, and Shaded Spruce. So I just wanted to show you how to use this background stamp, because a lot of people will probably look at it and go, I don't know, that's big. It looks like it would be too hard to use. So I want to show you a really easy way of using it and how to get a really, really awesome look with this stamp. Okay, so with you've just finished work and traveling home. Well, travel safely, Kelly. Don't get too involved in the video. Okay, so I'm going to start off with Lost Lagoon, and I want the middle part here to be a lighter color, and then I want to change up the colors for the rest of it. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to use my ink pad, and I'm going to ink up most of that in Lost Lagoon. Now, Lost Lagoon is my lightest color that I'm going to be using. So it's totally okay if I've gone over this part here. That's totally okay to do that. And then I'm actually going to do the top part up here with Shaded Spruce. So now with my Shaded Spruce, now you can see here that when you've got your ink pads open, you can see that your ink pad goes nearly up to the edge. So you can actually pop that edge along that tree line there, and you can actually see that you can ink up that tree line without overlapping onto that Lost Lagoon part. Okay, so we've got Shaded Spruce up the top, we've got Lost Lagoon in the middle, and then I'm going to do Pretty Peacock down in this bottom part. So same thing again. So you'll see one edge of it has like this bit here, but the other edge is quite close. So you use the edge that's quite close to be able to ink those up. Okay, so I'm just going to ink that like that. Okay, so we have 3 different colors on there, and it's looking quite nice. Now I could even go further and do with my Stampin' Right marker. I could even go further and color on these little rocky pieces here. Okay, so I'm using pecan pie here on these little rocky pieces just to add a little bit of brownish tone in there. Okay, so a bit of brownish tone adding in onto where that that is between the trees. All right, so we have that. Now, we could even, if we wanted to, add some extra color into the Lost Lagoon part, but I don't want to do that. I also want to make sure that I've got everything looking really, really nice. So I'm just going to go back through with a sponge dauber and a little bit of Pretty Peacock and make sure that I've got all of those tree edges up into there, all inked up and really covered really well. And then I'm going to use, and it doesn't matter, the shaded spruce is so close to Pretty Peacock, it doesn't matter. I'm going to pick up some shaded spruce and make sure that I've got all of those trees done the way I want them to be. Okay, so we have that. So this is one big stamp. So what I decided to do was just cut the cardstock to the size of what the stamp is, which I have done that and popped them over here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to carefully lay that down on top of that stamp. So I'm just going to drop it down like that and drop it down on the stamp. Then I'm going to grab my hands and I'm just going to run my fingers all over the stamp to make sure that we are going to get everything stamped and connected on this white piece of paper. As you can see, I'm getting a little bit of ink on my fingers, but it's totally okay, because are you ready for this? This is the actual big reveal, because I am telling you, this stamp is stunning. Are you ready? Everyone hold your breath. Look at that. Isn't that just simply gorgeous? Beautiful trees, different tones in amongst the trees, but absolutely stunning. Now, you could, if you wanted to, you could actually use a watercolor pencil in amongst this, and I just want to try and make that ground, instead of it being snowy, I want to make it a little bit more like, and I'm trying to see if I can find my pens. I was looking for my blender pens that should be here on my desk. There they are. Okay, so this is something that you can do with your ink. We have blender pens, and these blender pens are really, really fantastic. They have a liquid in them, and they're fantastic for being able to pick up some ink and add it to your project. It's a little bit like watercoloring. Too gorgeous for words, Karen? I know, I know. Okay, so I'm going to take my pecan pie, and I'm just going to pick up some of that pecan pie, and then I'm going to add some pecan pie in amongst here. Now, with these blender pens, they actually blend the color a little bit for you, so we can get a little bit of brownish look on those little pieces there. Instead of it being a snowy look, we can get a nice foresty type of look. So I'm just picking up and just going over where the stamp has those little spotty pieces. And that's actually just going to turn our trees into more of a summery type of look rather than a winter snowy look. So for us here in Australia, we don't, oops, and I've got in the green and I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, we don't really have like that snowy scene happening for Christmas. So if you wanted to make it more of like Australian pine foresty look, then you can do this with a little bit of brown blending. And then what I would most typically do is grab a little blending brush. Now I'm just going to make sure I'll see what color is in that brush. Let me try this one. Okay, so I'm going to try this one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, with a blending brush, after I've done that little bit of shading, I'm just going to go with a blending brush and a scrap piece of paper And I'm just going to start to blend a little bit of that brown in there as well. So taking off the excess. So what the blender pens have done is just created a little bit of extra contrast, okay, with the brown. And then the little blending brush is just going to go through and make that a little bit more obvious. So just that little bit there. Okay. So as you can see, it now has turned it into a dirt track rather than a kangaroo path. Chuck a couple of kangaroos on the path. Okay, so we have a gorgeous look, and look at that, all in one stamp. Now, you could have even done the thumping technique on the lighter trees and got a bit of an extra texture through that, like a bit of difference in the greens. But anyway, that's how I'm going to go with it. So let's cut that into, I need it 3 3/4, but I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to go there to get my 3 3/4. Okay, and then I'm going to go, we need to do 5 1/2, so we're just going to go there, yep, and there. And is that, no, we're going to go 5 and there, 5 3/8. Okay, and we need to cut that off just a tad more to put a layer on. Okay, so haven't we got just a gorgeous look there, just with one background stamp? So of course we could do a pretty peacock layer in behind. We could do, what colored card base do I have in here? Maybe a black. Let's do a black. So how stunning is that? And then I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do a copper clay bit of ribbon. All right, so let's grab some glue. And that's exactly what I'm going to do, Karen. Karen said you could just pop a sentiment on it, and there's your card made. And that's exactly what I'm actually going to do. Okay, so we've got that on there. Okay, I've got some copper clay ribbon, and I'm just going to grab a sentiment. What have we got here? I'm going to grab a different stamp set because I don't, well, it's not going to be winter wishes. What have I got here? Just a Merry Christmas. Let's just do that. Okay, so I'm just going to use the Merry Christmas out of the Stars at Night. And I think I'm going to do that in Pecan Pie on a piece of basic white, which I have some scraps here. And try and get my pierce mat out from underneath my desk, which it's disappeared. I need to put a stopper on that, the back of that, because it disappears in underneath my bench. Okay, so Merry Christmas. I wonder whether the oval punch will fit that. Let me see. It's probably too little, but we could do the oval punch in the scallopy one. Oh, yes. Look at that. Let's do a scallopy oval punch. Merry Christmas. And then, of course, the copper clay ribbon. I think I'm just going to do a little crisscrossy ribbon behind it. We don't need anything too major in behind, so I think even just like so. What do you think? Like that. So if you're brand new to crafting and you wanted to get started, you could honestly get 2 stamp sets, one this tree background and a nice sentiment stamp set, and bingo, you have got some gorgeous Christmas cards. Okay, so let's just glue that. I'm going to glue that straight down onto my card base. Like that. And then some dimensionals on the back of that sentiment. Yes, you could use it all year round, Karen, as a male-themed card, masculine card. Yep. Someone that likes hiking, definitely. Someone that likes camping, someone that likes snow skiing. So many different things you can do. Okay, now I did. I've got myself in such a. Oh, look. These are going to be my newest fun embellishments. Look at these. I just got these in my new order, so I'm going to have to use those today. But let's do. I feel like even just some festive pearls. So our handy dandy old festive pearls. They come in handy. I love these for Christmas crafting. So this will make it turn into a little bit Christmassy. We can use the gold. Seeing we've got warm tones, I think the cute little gold pearls will look gorgeous. Look at that. And then, like, for an insert, I would just stamp a single tree. So coming from the Forever Forest, we could stamp just a single tree, and we could stamp that on the inside, or you could even just use partial part of that background stamp to stamp on the inside. But there you have it, a quick, easy card using one stamp, one punch, and a couple of different colors. So what do you think? Adding a little bit of Wink of Stella too. This is another thing. So you can add some Wink of Stella onto the trees. Now, I would personally just dot the Wink of Stella on. I wouldn't draw with my Wink of Stella, because we all know that when we use Wink of Stella, it will physically move the ink. So if we went in and decided to draw on those trees, it would then blend your trees and make your trees sort of all blend into a green, I don't know, a green mass of color. And we don't want that. We want some sparkles on here so it looks just like we've got some snow happening, sparkling and glistening off the trees, or even just some morning dew. So some morning dew, a very early morning in a pine forest, looking at on a wintry sort of morning for us here in Australia, you would get that gorgeous, look at that. Deirdre says that there's snow up around Queenstown, as you're only 2.5 hours south of there. Queenstown in New Zealand. All right, so there is one quick, easy card using the gorgeous Fragrant Forest. So if you didn't get that, that's that background stamp Stunning stamp, and I can tell you, you would not be disappointed, and you would be able to use it, as Karen said, all year round. You could use crystal effects on the trees. Exactly. It would be like frost. I know. Is it cold, Sue, down there? I know. People were saying about it being really cold. I didn't realize we haven't had cold weather up here. It's been quite nice. So, all right. So let's get our Forever Forest out now. All right. So for this one, I wanted to do just a really basic card using this Forever Forest. So sometimes it's nice to take your crafting back a level or two and just get back to basic, quick, easy cards by just doing a little bit of simple stamping and a couple of layers, which look really, really nice. So I'm just going to grab a piece of basic white. I'm going to grab a blending brush, and I'm probably just going to blend it with a little bit of Old Olive, I think. All right, so I'm going to bring in my Pierce mat because I have a desk that has a bit of a pattern on it, so a bit of a grainy pattern, and I don't want that to come out in my blending. So let's just do a little bit of Old Olive. And I'm just going to circular motions, get a little bit of Old Olive in behind. So getting the Old Olive on, and a very light touch. When it comes to blending and you wanting to get a really nice blended look, the idea is to make sure that you just keep adding some ink to your blending brush, but doing it very, very soft and easy as you go. Okay, so we have some gorgeous Old Olive there in the background. So then, of course, I want to change up my trees because I want to have a really nice looking rich green tree. So I'm going to use this set of 3 trees, and I'm going to add it onto my block. Okay, and it just fits on that one. I'm going to ink it up with my Pretty Peacock ink. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to show you something else. I've just thought about something that would be a really good twist to this. Sorry, I craft on the fly, and that's exactly what I'm doing this afternoon, crafting on the fly. But I've just thought about doing this a little bit different. All right. So instead of doing that in Pretty Peacock, I'm going to ink it up in Lost Lagoon. Okay, so Lost Lagoon is a lot lighter than the Pretty Peacock. And then I'm actually going to get a Pretty Peacock blend. Sorry, a Stampin' Right marker. And I'm just going to do what they call the punching technique. And what that is, or the thumping technique, you actually just thump onto the trees to create a little bit of a difference of color in amongst the lighter color that you've got there. So this is what they call the thumping technique. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to huff on it to moisten it, and then we are going to stamp our trees down like that. All right. And we have that gorgeous variegated tree look. Okay. So absolutely, it's a really, really easy technique. Just ink it up with something light, and you can see that we've got, like on that, when I bring it up, you can see that you've got your darker tones in amongst it. So it gives a more lifelike look and makes the trees sort of come alive. All right, so once again, I'm going to pop that onto a Pretty Peacock layer. So we will glue that down. Okay. And then I'm going to spruce it up a little bit with a little bit of gold ribbon. You know me. The ribbon queen. Can't have a card without a ribbon. All right, so I'm just going to add a bit of, yeah, a bit of ribbon that. Do I want to do a bit of ribbon that way? Or do I want to do it the top way? No, I think I'm going to do the ribbon that way. So let's just pop the ribbon on. Okay. Now I'm going to pop this onto a white card base because I want to keep the theme of the white and pretty peacock going. So we'll just pop it onto a white card base and we'll pop that up so that we get a bit of dimension happening. Who's going to watch the Matildas play tonight? The Aussie girls are playing a match tonight, and I'm not quite sure. I mean, my daughter's trying to tell me that it's 8 o'clock, and I thought I read that it was 7 o'clock. Who knows what time the Matildas are actually playing tonight? And, oh my Lord, did everybody watch their last game? It was such a nail-biter. It came down to penalty shootouts against France, wasn't it? It was just amazing. Margaret said, yes, of course. All right. All right, so I'm just going to pop that on there like that. And then, of course, a sentiment, which I would love to do. What do I want to do? Let's do season's greetings. I feel like I could, you know what? I could have stamped season's greetings on there, but it's a bit scary to think about stamping it on there now, isn't it? Really? So I'm probably better off to do it on a strip of paper. Because that could be, yeah, that could be dangerous doing that. Okay, so let's do it on a strip of paper. And I'm going to do it in Pretty Peacock. Okay, and I'm going to grab my piece mat again. Okay. So keeping the color scheme happening. Now, I'm not particularly fussed on having a big sentiment like that. So once again, I'm going to fussy cut like I did yesterday, just to thin that greeting down and make it a little bit more pleasurable on a stunning card, because we don't want to overpower the beauty of those gorgeous trees. So I'm just fussy cutting. So please feel free to, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, if you're new to my YouTube channel or you've just found me, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Or if you're over on YouTube, make sure you hit the like on my business page and follow me on YouTube. On Facebook. So you don't miss out on any of this awesome craftiness. Okay, 8 p.m. Leslie says. Okay, so Denny is right. She was telling me 8 p.m. and I was like, I thought I seen 7 p.m. But 8 p.m. I might have to have a nana nap before it starts so I can be able to watch it all the way through. All right, so we have season's greetings happening now. Okay, I think I'm just going to put it down there and I'm going to pop a bow, or I'm going to put it up there and then I'm going to pop a bow on this one here. Okay. So let's just pop that up on some dimensionals. One there. One there. Someone made a comment, I think it was on my YouTube channel. How do you craft with nails that long? I always have nails, so it feels normal to me. I don't know. I've always, ever since I've got into crafting and started doing videos, I have always had nails. So I'm used to them. It feels very strange if I don't have my nails. Okay, so the broadcast might start at 7, but game kicks off at 8. Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure I will be definitely watching. Okay. So that, cutting that sentiment down, can you see how it doesn't now overpower and we can still see the trees in behind? So, yeah, it stops it from really overpowering that, the gorgeous trees. So now let's pop a bow on here because I want to pop a bow, because you're all probably saying it doesn't need a bow, it didn't need the ribbon, but as I discussed yesterday, I feel like a card is not finished unless it has bow and bling. Okay. Oh, I think I'm going to put it in the middle, on that middle tree. What do you think? Middle? I know, and I think, honestly, like Deborah's saying that she has long nails as well. It's just what you get used to, I think. It's physically what you get used to. All right, so now on the inside, I'm actually just going to grab one of the little single trees here, and I'm going to stamp just a little tree on the inside, just to bring a little bit of that from the front to the inside. So we will just ink up our little tree, and I haven't got that on the block real well, but we will do that. And then, of course, we need some bling. And as I said, I think these new ones, I don't know, could take over and be one of my favorites again, because, I mean, sparkles. We've got to have sparkles. I don't care what anyone says. Sparkles are just what make the world a prettier place. All right. So I think I'm going to use the green. So let's pop a few of these around. We can pop some just up there. And that one just doesn't want to play pretty. Let's go just there, and we'll do, these are really flat. They're quite flat. So yeah, they don't create bulkiness on your card. Okay, so of course we need to finish that off with a little bit of wink, don't we? Bit of wink on the trees. So we've got a little bit of snow or a little bit of dew happening on the trees. And once again, even just that punching technique as well, just with your wink of Stella. What do you think? Simple, yet it comes to life. Beautiful. All right, 2 cards. Okay, now the piece de la I don't know. How do you say that? Tell me what that saying is. Piece de la rista. I can't even say it. Not quite sure. Okay, I'm going to use some of this gorgeous paper because I love it. And then I thought about using these gorgeous dies to create some pretty mountains. I don't know. I'm just going with the flow here. So let's create some nice mountains. Oh, I haven't got that piece long enough, but it will do. Let's just run that through the die cutting machine. I'm just going to do that off camera rather than trying to disrupt everything there. Okay. So we have some gorgeous snowy mountains. Can you see that? So it embosses as well as cuts at the same time. So I sort of want to do, I didn't really want that big tree in the way, but I think what we could do, because I sort of really wanted a bit of this, we could probably put a tree over that. What do you think? Just wanted to add a little bit of snow down the bottom here. And we've got some nice snowy bits here. So let's just trim that off a little bit. So we will make that, I don't know, maybe about there. Let's try that. Oh, yeah, pretty. All right. So I'm going to cut this, although could I? No, I want to do it down there. I like these bits in behind, but I also want to cut some of these trees. Okay. So we have some trees here that we can cut out. So I thought about making some gorgeous white trees. So let's cut those out with the dies. So I'm just going to do it off camera here. That, and run it through. I could possibly stamp those trees maybe in Pool Party. I am going with the flow here. See, I thought about popping them in behind. I could maybe cover up some of that tree and pop it in behind, but I also want to do some of the white as well. I could probably, it would be really nice to have some glimmer paper, but I just don't have that on hand this afternoon. So we will just do white and we will end up making it look nice with our Wink of Stella. Because Wink of Stella always makes everything look pretty. Okay, so I wanted the trees to have this on them so it brings them to life. And that. And that one. I think, oops, maybe it goes that way. That and that. Okay. All right. So my thought was doing this nice snowy scene. We could even add some more trees in the background if we wanted to, but I just wanted to create a really gorgeous snowy scene. So let's cut our designer series paper where we need it to be. So I'm going to cut off some of that because I don't really need all of that. Oh, I'm so indecisive this afternoon, aren't I? Let's cut off 1/2 inch. And then let's cut this to 3 5/8. Okay. Now we're getting the scene. See? We're starting to get that scene happening. All right. So I think I actually want to stamp these trees. I do want to stamp them in Pool Party, I think, just to get a little bit of interest happening on those trees. So I'm just going to clean off that stamp set. Actually, there is something else I could do. Hang on. Let me see if this might work. I did see something here. Did I see it here? Did I? Oh, yes. Okay. I just thought about this. What about this? Okay, for a start, I think I want to do another one of the snowy hills, because I want to put some glittery hills on there too. So let's try that. Let's see if that's going to work. Let's go like that. You do know I physically just go with the flow when I start crafting. What do you think about that? Some nice glittery mountains. Not sparkly enough? Really? All right. So then I think I might. I don't know whether I want to do. I'm going to try both. I'm going to try the trees sparkly with the white on them and see what that looks like. Is that going to look pretty? Or stamp them in Pool Party. I'm just going with the flow. Let's see what happens. I sort of feel like they need something else. That bit's a little bit thin. Oh, and then I just threw dyes everywhere. I sort of thought, there's a bigger tree. I missed the big one. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so maybe I missed the sizes of the trees because those ones look a little bit skinny. Anyway, we will go with a sparkly tree like that. We will go with some of these as sparkly trees. There. Why not? Seeing I have enough room here. So let's take the white off there. Okay. That can go up there. That can probably go down there. And all of that can go through the die cutting machine at once. Okay. Let's pop all those through. I haven't used any of this. I think it's called More Dazzling or something. It's chunky glitter. That's for sure. Okay. Let's see what we have. Or let's see what cut out or what didn't cut out. Maybe they didn't cut out. Maybe this paper's too... Ooh, we've got that. No. For some reason, that one didn't cut out. Okay, that one did. That one did. Okay, how about we just do glittery trees? Let's not do the background one. Let's just do glittery trees. Because they look so pretty. And again, I turned on my laptop way too late. Oh, no worries, Anika. I've only just, well, I've made a couple of cards, but anyway. Okay. What are you thinking about the glittery hills? Yes to the glittery hills or no to the glittery hills? What do you think? I wouldn't mind just doing a double layer. I want to pop that over that tree because we don't really need that tree really in there. Yes. So Glenda's saying no. Anika's saying yes. Dimity's saying yes. Do we want to pop some white trees in behind? I feel like the white trees are too much. Maybe some of these little white trees. Where am I going with this? Donna's saying no. Sue's saying no. You know me, Sue. All right. Maybe if I tuck them in behind, they're not as obvious. But the problem is my white mountains aren't long enough for this bit. So I'm going to trim that down. I'm just going to trim it down so that that will meet there like that. I have to trim it down. The glittery snow takes away from the trees. Okay, well, maybe we don't do that. We just do the trees. We pop the trees on. I physically want to put some ribbon across here because you all know me. It's got to have ribbon. So I'm going to glue this down first. That's the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that down. Do I want to pop it up? I think I want to pop it up. Can you tell I didn't have a plan this afternoon? Ooh, but I want to stamp something on it first. Okay, so I want to stamp the Season's Greetings stamp. So I want to stamp that on it first. So let's grab my cleaner. Okay. I need to stamp it before I put the dimensionals on. Okay, I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use Smoky Slate for my sentiment. I don't really want to use Pool Party. And I want to grab, where did that pierce mat go again? It's disappeared under this desk again. I need longer fingers. Okay, so let's do that. And let's do Season's Greetings there. Oh, and I mucked it up. Yeah. All right. We will get a strip. It's okay. Never fear. We will just pop a strip on there. Let's start again. Okay, let's ink this baby up. I don't know what happened then. Okay, and let's go like that. Because we can always put the strip on. There we go. Much better. Okay, so this is now going to go over the top like that. Because, see, there's no mistakes in crafting. Look at that. No one would ever know. Okay. Let's pop that up on the front. Let's get this card together. All right, we'll do some dimensionals. I think the thing is, I really wanted to use one of the blue scenes in this paper, but I didn't have any. And so the Pool Party scene had to be it. All right. So we now have that on there like that. Okay, our sentiment strip, we are actually going to pop that one up as well so that that will give a bit of a 3D look as well. So let's just grab a strip of our dimensionals and pop along there. On here to cover up that boo-boo that I did. All right, let's pop this gorgeous tree right here like that. So I'm just going to add some seal plus on the back of that one. And he's going to go just there. Like that. And of course, these little ones can go there and there. Okay, so now it's coming together. See, sometimes we just struggle with a little bit of design and then all of a sudden it will come together. Okay. That's looking pretty. Okay. Please tell me this is the right size that I've cut this. Let me see what that size is. Oh my Lord, it's not. Oh, well, now I'm in trouble. I thought it looked really long. I was like, why is that so long? Anyway, let's see if we can resurrect this. Okay, I'm just going to take that tree off for a minute. And I'm going to cut that one down. See, where there's a will, there's a way. That. Okay, I'm going to cut this side down. You all need one of these handy dandy little trimmers. Okay, let's see if that's going to fit on a card base. I was like, what is going on there? It probably still won't. Nearly 5.5. Yep, not too bad. Okay, I'm just going to pop that onto a pool party card base, but we might actually pop some white in behind. We'll see how it looks. That. Oh, it's coming together nice, isn't it? It actually doesn't look too bad like that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a white strip and have the white strip go all the way through. So let's try that. So we'll just do, I'm assuming it is right by doing it that way, and then I'll do 5 3/4. Sorry, I'm just chatting away here to myself. Let's see if this works. It's not looking too bad. It's going to go flush to the edges and give us a little bit of a white border. All right. Wow, this card took me some time. So see, I know that you all think that we can just sit there and make a card and we never have any issues, but see, you've just seen the struggle that was very real. All right, so I'm going to glue that directly straight down onto that card base. So as you can see, sometimes we have a design situation and we all struggle. So, so I've just proven that fact that we are not invincible and that sometimes we struggle. All right, so I've got that. Now, you all know me when it comes to that is definitely not finished because it needs a little bit of something. Now, I'm going to try if I can find what I'm looking for. I'm going to either try silver. Ooh, no, it doesn't go with that. So we're not going to do silver. We're going to do what I had out the other day. Here. This is just going to tie the pool party in and give us a really nice look. Okay. Because you all know we need a bow. And then I'm just wondering with those gems that I showed you, whether there's some that are going to match the pool party or whether I need to go with the ones that I did yesterday. Okay, so we've got that and we've got that. Okay. It definitely looks so much better with the bow. I'm telling you. You can all scream at me if you think that it shouldn't have it, but I definitely think it looks better with the bow. Either there or there. Okay, so left or right side for the bow. What do you think? Left or right? They're a little bit too blue, aren't they? I'm thinking these would look better. Okay, I know you're saying no bow. You can scream at me no bow, but it's going to have a bow. So left, left, left. I've got one for right. I've got a few for left. So left looks like it's it. You can all scream at me as much as you like, but a bow is going to go on there. Okay, now let's grab some of these and we will pop. I'm thinking one up there, one there, and I sort of feel like I need a third one, but maybe just there. Okay, and then of course we're going to bling it up with a little bit of wink because we can. I did actually get there in the end. I was starting to worry. I was starting to think, am I going to get there? So now I'm just going to pop some snow on that gorgeous mountain that we have. And there you have it. What do you think? All right, so let's bring in the cards that we created tonight. So we have our gorgeous tree one there and this beautiful background tree stamp. So it's all about trees today. What do you think? We'll pop that one in the middle. So there you go. If you absolutely love what I did, please feel free to give me the thumbs up. Please feel free to share this video back onto your social media sites because it helps me get my crafting out to more people. Now, once again, Friday night is the last chance that you will actually get to place a qualifying order to get your hands on a kit to make these 3 cards. Okay, so that was my Monday. No, was that my Monday class? Was that my week before? No, that's the week before. Sorry, not that class. It was I'll grab the other 3 cards. Hang on, I'll just grab them. Okay, so with a $100 order this week, you will earn the kit to make these 3 gorgeous cards. Okay, so that is what the free kit is this month. This week, and that is using my August host code. You will actually get a kit to make one of each of these cards, and the only reason that I'm only doing one of each is because I've got limited stock, and it's very hard to get enough layers to be able to do these cards here. So, but I am offering a free kit for anyone that places a $100 order or more, and I'm overwhelmed by the people that have ordered so far. So thank you very, very much. And I know that you are all definitely excited about these new Christmas products. So as I said, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel if this is the first time you've watched. Any of these items that I have crafted with today can be placed into a starter kit order and you can enjoy a 20% discount. So you get to choose $235 worth of product and you only pay $169. So I would love for you to join my Wild Heart Crafters team. We're an awesome bunch of girls all over Australia and it's super, super fun to be a part of a crafty community. And that's what it's all about. Helping you with your crafting, helping you find friends in amongst our team, which is really, really awesome. We get together once a month, and we craft all together. We do it in person and we also do it online. We have a Facebook group where we have weekly challenges, which is fantastic. There is people participating every week, and to see people's creativity and to be a part of a creative group like that is really, really awesome. So if you're thinking about getting a 20% discount on your crafting products, you may want to think about joining my Wild Heart Crafters team. So if you are interested, please feel free to give me a call or send me an email. I would be more than happy to chat with you and answer any questions you may have. So don't forget, scrapbooking day this Saturday. If you are in the Scenic Rim area, please make sure you message me and let me know so I can cater for how many people are coming. The time tomorrow will be at 4 p.m. tomorrow, Margaret, because I have to go out tomorrow night. So it will be an early one. So it'll be 4 p.m. tomorrow. I will be going live right here on YouTube and on Facebook. It is always best to watch on YouTube. You get a better stream as well. Okay, thank you, everyone. Enjoy your night. Enjoy the Matildas. Up the Aussies. Let's hope that the Matildas win tonight. So thank you, everyone, and I will see you all again